Alright, we back once a motherfucking again. Welcome to another episode of Did You Know featuring Udyr, the animal spirit. Please don't forget to throw in a like if you enjoyed this episode, and don't forget to check the previous episodes as well. Without further ado, let's jump straight into his abilities.
If you use Udyr's target stats a second time while the dot mark is already on a target, it will not stack on top of each other, but instead it will refresh the mark. Here's a few useful tips for Udyr top laners. If you're laning against a Jax, the dot damage from Tiger Strike will not go through his dodge. However, it will go through Fiora's Counter Strike and Pantheon's passive. However, the Bear Stance will land the stun on all three of them no matter what happens, but they will not take the damage from the auto attack in order to land the stun. Here's another useful tip. If the stun is cancelled by Morgana's Black Shield, the 6-second timer will still activate on that target before they can be stunned again, so keep this in mind when trying to stun your next opponent. The counter for the activation of Phoenix Stance's Fire Breath will not reset when leaving combat. This is useful when timing for harass damage on an enemy to make sure that the next auto attack will do the bonus fire damage. Here's another useful tip for Bear Stance. If you are blinded by Teemo or Quinn, the stun will still go through, but it will deal no damage. If you're ever playing against a Sivir, keep in mind that the dot damage from Tiger Stance will go through Spell Shield and continue to damage Sivir. However, the Bear Stance will get absorbed by her Spell Shield, so keep this in mind. We all love and know how great Turtle Stance is for giving Udyr the sustainability that he needs in lane or even in teamfights, but keep in mind that when attacking turrets, the HP regen from the Turtle Stance will not work. Bear Stance now has a small lunge whenever he's getting close to a target to make easier for very slight gap close. Before, it actually did not do this. Since Udyr has no gap closers or any ranged attack, tenacity is extremely important on him. If you like to do single target damage, it is recommended to prioritize the Tiger Stance. However, if you like to push or do AoE damage, it is recommended to prioritize Phoenix Stance. Alright, let us jump into some really cool lore and cool facts about Udyr. Udyr was also designed by Coronac, who's a very popular one because he's made many champions such as Akali, Elise, Lee Sin, Mordekaiser, Veigar, Wukong, Rammus, Poppy, and many more. Udyr is actually named after a Riot employee who used the name Udyr while playing Quake 2 competitively. Udyr is voiced by J.S. Gilbert, who also voiced popular characters such as Mundo, Gragas, and Sion. Lysandra was one of the reasons to Udyr's rage, as she is the one who killed Udyr's Spirit Walker, thus causing Udyr to go into a rage. Following these events, Lee Sin found and guided Udyr to a monastery that was said to be protected by 4 eternal spirits, and this is where Udyr will find his harmony. At first, Udyr was actually known as the Animal Spirit, but with the arrival of Freljord, he got changed to the Spirit Walker. Udyr is the only champion that cannot max all of his skills, and also the only one that does not have an actual ultimate which can max only at level 3. Udyr's dance refers to the Drunken Master Kung Fu dance, which there is a video of a comparison of the two if you just do a simple YouTube search. Udyr roughly translates to beast in Norwegian. Udyr was actually one of the champions that was chosen to play in the Ionia vs Noxus match, and he was also chosen as the MVP of all the champions played during that match, which he was also played by the famous Guardsman Bob. Udyr's joke,
"If PETA asks, this fur is fake,"
refers to the animal rights group called PETA, People for Ethical Treatment of Animals, which try to get the public not to wear fur. Spirit Guard Udyr is meant to represent Udyr's state as a monk after finding his inner harmony and conquering his rage with the help of the Ionian monks. Spirit Guard Udyr's appearance resembles the Shaolin monks, as they are always in a meditative or defensive position, wearing prayer beads, traditional footwear, and the waistcloth. Udyr also seems very similar to the Sura Master from Ragnarok Online. A really cool thing about Udyr is that his level 5 Bear Stance in the Spirit Guard Udyr skin looks very similar to Oni Akuma from Street Fighter series. A cool thing about Spirit Guard Udyr is that if you have a stance maxed at level 5 and you do the dance while in that stance, he will summon all 4 spirits throughout the dance rather than just the one spirit depending on whatever stance you're doing the dance in. Another really neat thing about the legendary skin Spirit Guard Udyr is that no matter what stance you do the joke in, he will actually summon the Spirit of Earth right above him. Very funny. Alright, and that marks the end of this episode of Did You Know featuring Udyr. Special thanks to Trick2G for being in this episode, and also check out his channel if you haven't. Also, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Write down in the comments what you thought of it, and if you have any ideas or improvements for the next episode and who you want to see next. Also, throw in a like if you did enjoy this one, share with your friends and all that good stuff. But once again, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Peace!